What is up, guys? This is Ted Grizzly, and this is another Pokemon X and Y random Wi-Fi battles. I'm sorry for the dramatic and... So, this battle I just had yesterday, and I was going to upload it yesterday, but I had to go do some stuff. But, yeah, I really was about to lose in this battle if it weren't for Alakazam, as you would see here. So, let's just start this video. And this is the weirdest start ever. Okay, so, of course, since you guys know how I battle, I'm going to start off with my Carbink. And he starts off with a Carbink. His Carbink has Toxic. My Carbink has Toxic. I didn't really draw any clues. I was just like, oh, he just has Carbink with Toxic. And I'm just going to put up my rocks, because that's always my main priority. Even if he, dies to, a water-type move or a steel-type move. So then his Carbink uses Stealth Rock. So I'm just like, kinda suspicious. So I go for the Light Screen so I can lower the, special attacking attacks. Then he uses Light Screen. And then I'm just like, okay. So then I go for the Toxic to try and Toxic that thing so I don't have to deal with it in the, and further into the battle, because he switches it out. I just let mine die. Since, again, I try to stall them out with my Carbink. So then I go for the Reflect. He goes for the Reflect. Or at least he goes for the Reflect and I go for the Reflect. He's faster than me. But I go for the Reflect. And then I'm just like, what? But how? So he basically has the same set as me, which is insane. I didn't know that a lot of people would be running, well, no one runs Carbink. Just barely anybody. So he sends out his Aegislash. He goes for the, I went for Talk to try and stall him out because I don't really want to switch into anything. So he uses Swords Dance to power up his Aegislash, and I just, I'm not even fast enough. I mean, I go for the Stealth Rock, but it fails, and I just die from the Toxic. So, the big problem in this battle, I think this is no, forget it. So actually, the big problem in this battle was his Goodra for me. Because, as you know, Goodra is a special defensive tank. That thing is a tank. It is going to not, it is a tank. So, again, I have this Azumarill now. It's a funny story. I was just Wonder Trading Magikarps because I was breeding up Gyarados and stuff. And I got a Marill, and I was just like, oh, well, since it's Marill, let me check the IVs on it. It had an Adamant Nature, huge power, and Belly Drum, superpower, and Aqua Jet. I'm so surprised he lived that. That was crazy. So, yeah, he had those moves, and I was just like, whoa, that's pretty odd. So I went to go check the IVs, and it was flawless. I was just like, oh my god, it was flawless. But yeah, I'm actually surprised that his Aegislash lived that in sword form. So I bring out Jiraiya. He withdraws his Aegislash, and I actually went for the Dark Pulse here, because I did not expect him to switch into Goodra. But I guess it's logical, because I do have Ice Beam and Protean. So if I use Ice Beam on the Goodra, he's going to have... He has Protean, yeah? So I'm going to turn into an Ice type here, and use Ice Beam, but it protects itself. So then, I go for the Ice Beam again, since it's only lucky to get a 2-turn protect. So it doesn't kill it. Sad face. He goes for the Fire Blast. Extremely smart move. Didn't even see it coming. To be honest, I did not expect the Goodra to have Fire Blast. I expected it to have Thunder Wave, I think, if it can learn it. Dragon Pulse, obviously. And I don't really know. So basically, my Azumarill is out here to die. I have nothing to do. I have nothing against. Well, I do go for the play rough, but for some reason, I keep using Aqua Jets, which is probably the most retarded thing I would do in any of my battles. I would never do this again. And since he doesn't have Thunderbolt, which is odd, I actually thought it would have Thunderbolt, but it doesn't, because he has Fire Blast and he won't use any other move. This thing also has Gooey, which slows down my Zoom arrow, but it doesn't really matter, it's gonna die anyways. So there's the Gooey, right there. Goes for the Fire Blast, I avoid it. And, yeah. I actually got leftovers, but not, like, when I had these battles, it's 2. So I didn't really have leftovers. Or the Life Orb on my Greninja. So I go for the other Aqua Jet when I could have really went for the play rough, but I wasn't really, for some reason, I don't know what I was thinking. My train of thought in this battle was just horrific. So there goes the Zoom arrow. The Zoom arrow is dead. And he's gonna keep restoring with those leftovers, and I'm gonna take out my new Aegislash, Soul Edge. So I go for the King Shield just to scout out what it does, because I knew it's gonna go for a Fire Blast, right? Oh, Infestation. Okay. So since Infestation is, it's weird. So just attacking move, like a physical move. He's gonna go for the Fire Blast. I actually have a weakness policy on this Aegislash now, so I'm gonna go for the Swords Dance, then go for the Shadow Sneak. He actually protects this turn, I believe. No, he doesn't. So yeah, I go for the Shadow Sneak. He doesn't die. So this Aegislash is obviously better than my last one. My last one had a lot of defense, but it wasn't as good as, it's not as good as this one. This one has max defense? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't have max defense. It has, like, probably, I invested 230 in defense, I believe. So I think he's going to go for the Protect here. Yeah, he goes for the Protect. I go for the Swords Dance, predicting that he goes for the Protect, because why not? Plus I get a +2 attack here. So there it is. So he's obviously not going to live this. He's obviously not going to live the Shadow Sneak. And what I actually thought the Infestation lasts the whole game, but it doesn't. So that was good. So here's what happens. Infestation's gone. He gets destroyed by the rocks. He uses Roost, but I go for the Shadow Sneak and kill it anyway, so it's not like it mattered. So Talonflame wasn't really a problem for me. But then he brings out his Aegislash, which is devastating. That is crazy. I did not want to deal with that thing, because one, he's faster than me now. So he could take me out with one Shadow Sneak, because he's faster than me. So I actually go for the King Shield here to lower its attack. For no reason, too. I think he goes for the Swords Dance here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, he goes for the Shadow Sneak just to take me out. So yeah, there's the Shadow Sneak. He gets -2 attack. Then he goes for the Shadow Sneak, and I'm obviously dead. I have 21 HP left. So I'm not going to survive that. Plus it's super effective. And I send out my Rotom and go for the Shadow Ball. He's going to go for the King Shield, but since my Rotom is a special attacker, he is not going to do any damage to me. So, yeah, that's good. I mean, not any damage, but he can't lower my attack because I don't have any attacking moves. I mean, physically attacking moves, since my Rotom's a special attacker. So the Shadow Sneak does absolutely nothing to me, even with the +1 attack, since it's the last one. Kill it with the Shadow Ball. And I believe he sends out... Okay, he sends out his carbon again. I just take it out with a hydro pump. Because, to be honest, after my carbink has done its job... Oh, he goes for the toxic. I miss? Dang. I just really hate missing. It bothers me. Okay. So this toxic... He has the toxic from my carbink, and he poisons my rodent, and I go for the hydro pump, killing the carbink. It doesn't look like his carbink has a lot of special defense IVs, because my carbink would have survived a hydro pump like that. So here comes his Greninja. His Greninja obviously annihilates me with one Dark Pulse. And it has a Life Orb on it, I believe. Yeah, it has a Life Orb. And this is actually my second to last Pokemon. My last one is Alakazam, and oh my god. And if you remember from last battles, like my really old battles, I had a Kadabra named Wise Wizard. Well, this is not the same Kadabra from last time. That Kadabra had a rash nature, and this Alakazam has a timid nature. It doesn't have Magic Guard though, so I'm kind of... Okay, so I go for the Focus Blast, and since I traced the ability, I'm a fighting type, which doesn't matter. So Greninja's dead, since he used Dark Pulse, so that's super effective, and my special attack is off the charts. I was actually thinking he was going to outspeed me, but then I looked at it, and I was just like, well, I get a boost. And then I use Energy Ball. Yeah, I know, I have Energy Ball on this. It's not very good. But it saved me, because Barbarical does extreme damage. So, I ended up winning because of Mega Alakazam, and yeah, I spent like about 20 minutes EV training that thing, and I think it was worth it. So, if you liked this video, drop a like below, and I'll see you guys next time.